Hello and welcome to Zen Kitchen. Tonight, we're going to make a nice vegetable soup. I wanted to make it with meat, but then I said, you know what? Vegetables. I got a little carried away with comfort food recently. Made a lot of videos about quesadillas and grilled cheese, trying to perfect that kind of food. But you know, it's really oily and greasy and cheesy and meat, and it caught up with me. And then I realized, you know, I think I need to take Zen Kitchen and maybe reform it back to sort of my roots. My roots is I am a generally very healthy person, but I'm kind of balanced. I eat trashy food and comfort food, and I also eat healthy food. I take a lot of supplements. I exercise a lot. I do yoga, meditation. I would say I'm a generally healthy human being, but I'm also real about it. Like, you know, I got cravings. I like good food. I grew up with fine dining when I was young. You know, I worked in restaurants with incredible chefs. I like food. So anyways, I never thought I would be making cooking videos, but you know, you guys got me. People seem to like this. I like it. I will watch any kind of reel from a foreign country about random ways to cook food endlessly. I know this is entertaining. So we're going to do this in segments. I'm going to try out a new kind of thing here. It's going to be a little bit more of a cooking show. Zen Kitchen isn't anything really official. Let's just say it's a lot of mindful cooking. So let's start with this. I'm not going to use all of them. I have quite a bit here. You'd be surprised how far these guys can go. Jewel sweet potato. Russet Idaho potato. My favorite potato. Why? I don't know. It's the original. It's the OG. It's the original gangster of the vegetable world. Italian flat leaf parsley. Delicious and nutritious. Detoxifying. Tasty. Some good old green kale. I'm not going to lift that up. It's too heavy. That is a little bit of chicken bouillon, okay? About 1 teaspoon. And then I put a little bit of pink Himalayan salt, about half a teaspoon. I don't go crazy with the sodium. I like flavor, but I like to keep it kind of light. You can always add more later. You can never remove it, right? In the middle bowl, plain water to put the potatoes and the sweet potato in as we're cooking, to remove a little bit of the starch and to keep it from turning gray. One plain yellow onion, or is it a white onion? It's a yellow onion. I apologize. For additional flavor. I don't want to go too crazy with onion, but it's very nutritious. And I heard, and I don't know if anyone knows about this, but it has anti-cancer properties. That's very interesting. In the world of cancer. Let's have fun with this. Oh, we lost one. That's why I have extra. Let's do a nice, fun, thick cut. And let's add some different cuts. You know, I'm going heavy on the tubers, folks. I don't know why, but my body's really craving this change of season, going from winter to spring in Minnesota. Slight imperfections. I'm going to leave most of the skin on. This is not the nastiest of sweet potato skins. They come in all forms. Let that soak for just a moment. Now, as I'm sure everyone knows who knows anything about cooking, depending on what you're doing here, you're going to want to time things a certain way or add things at certain points. For example, let's just say sweet potatoes take longer to cook than anything. Potatoes would be secondary. The greens, kale, onion, and then kale, and then the flat leaf parsley. If you really wanted to go in order of what is going to be cooked quickly, or slowly and then quickly. Sorry. I do apologize. Sometimes it's difficult to talk and think at the same time. Not much of a multitasker. And they have even proven multitasking is not possible. Only do one thing at a time. We can just go back and forth between each thing. I think the real idea of what we think multitasking is say like a chef who's really good at timing, who he goes over here, he goes over there, he goes over here at just the right moments. And I used to work with a lot of chefs. It's really, when you really meet a good one, and I'm not, I just grew up in this world. So I have a little bit of savvy understanding more than the average person, but I'm not, I'm not a chef. And working with really good chefs is just truly amazing. I mean, just watch them. It's an art. It is truly an art. Okay, next. Handy, right? It's got measurements on it. How cool is that? Different cuts. These are little moments. I don't think this is a hazardous thing. Sometimes you'll find little imperfections in produce. I was a landscaper and did mostly organic, so I think I've seen every kind of bug, mold, disease, blight that you can think of. Never a big fan of eating that, right? So most of that parsley bunch is fine. A small amount. I don't know how you do it, but I like to go through and pick out, like even with the sweet potato, there was some defects, some brown spots, whatnot. I just take that off. You don't have to necessarily destroy the entire fruit or the entire stalk or leaf or vegetable. But if you want, I suggest taking off the parts that intuitively make you feel, ooh, that's gross. A lot of starch left over in the bowl. That's by design. Ooh. We might be at full capacity. We might actually have to dump some liquid. I like to make things that are... It's like the motto of... I don't know if you remember, but when I was younger, they first introduced Campbell's Chunky Soup. Oh my gosh, soup with stuff in it? Wow. Right. Don't forget your towel. This is what I used to do in fine dining. We would smack each other's bottoms. Yes, in fine dining. That's what we did. You'd be surprised what happens in a restaurant behind the scenes. You'd be surprised. The rest of this is in tip-top shape. Bought it today, fresh. Personally, I recommend cooking things fresh. If you leave it in the fridge for even a week, that's the challenge, isn't it? That is the challenge. I think I had to spend hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars throughout my life wasting produce in order to finally realize that, you know, Dan, if you just cooked it fresh, it might be a lot better. Revolutionary, isn't it? Should we even put the onion in? Yes. As you can see, just for fun, I'm using a serrated bread knife, makes it easier. I like to peel the first layer of the onion off. It's gross. I'm having a really good feeling about this. Ooh, it's so... Now that pot is generally designed perfectly for pasta. I can't remember the name, I think it's David Cook or something like that. He's probably some sort of Food Network chef who designed his own line of cookware. Wow, it's gotta be better than all the other cookware because it was designed by a chef. A celebrity makes CBD gummies, it must be the best. Yeah, I'm being a little bit satirical, you know? Alright, we don't have a lot more left. We'll just do some closing notes. I clean the smell of onion off my hands because I can't stand that smell. No, I love it. I love it. But I don't want it to follow me everywhere. See, something that taught me something about onions is I was installing solar panels, I don't remember, it was a place in California, some person's residential home. And this lovely woman came out and offered us water. Oh, it was, I don't know, it was like 100 degrees. It was hot. It was California. It's the summer. Ugh. We were sweating. We're on the roof, okay? We have to be in the attic and we have to be in the roof. It's quite hot. Some of those attics can get up to 120 if it's 100 outside. It's crazy. So we drank a lot of water, needless to say. And I kid you not, the ice that she put in that water tasted like onion. So onion is wonderful. Wash your stuff good. Don't put it in an ice cube tray. I don't know how it got in there. Maybe she was making onion ice cubes. Wouldn't that be great? A little bit of lemon, a little bit of onion, a little bit of carrot, celery, maybe some chicken bouillon. Freeze it in an ice cube. Flavor, right? Or you could just buy chicken bouillon in powder form. But I digress. I absolutely love that pot. It conducts heat really, really well. It gets a large amount of liquid boiling very quickly. It seems to distribute heat very evenly. It cooks perfect soup and perfect pasta. Ah, I think I should look at that for you, because I think it's on the lid. Ah, not David Cook, I apologize. Clearly I was thinking about food, no? David Burke, alright? I know he's famous somewhere. Yeah? Another beautiful thing, this lid, huh? See? That? Large holes, small holes. So that you can control the volume of steam coming out, contain as much steam as possible, let just a small amount of steam come out, let a huge volume of steam come out, crack it sideways, whatever you want to do, folks. Silicone lid, nice construction, durable, dishwasher safe. All of the cookware that I use is dishwasher safe because you know what? It just gets kind of out of control. I don't want to hand wash everything. Are you nuts? Who wants to do that? Oh, but it's fun and it's old-fashioned. Yes, I'm all for that, actually. But I'm also for efficiency. I'm also for getting stuff done. And in this world, we are so busy. So many of us are so busy. We don't have time to do all that. I'm going to leave that uncovered for a while. I won't cover it right away because it can kind of, with the potatoes and everything, they need to kind of cook at a relatively high heat, in my opinion. If you don't want to wait forever, the potatoes and the sweet potatoes need to cook at a relatively high heat for, 7 is too much. We're going to go down to 4 because it's very full. The smell is incredible already, the onion and the chicken bouillon. It doesn't take much, folks. Oh, it's just already churning with the Italian flat leaf parsley, I apologize. And the kale. If you know how to use nature, you can really do some amazing stuff. I learned something from Ryan Fancher, who was the executive chef at El Dorado Kitchen when I worked there. He had previously worked at the French Laundry. And this guy was really good about that stuff. He would say, hey, look, so you take some blackberries, some raspberries, some various fresh fruits. We'll make a nice fruit salad. And we'll put just a little bit of sugar on it. Almost none. And just a little bit of lemon juice. And that lemon juice will bring the flavor, the natural sugars present in the fruit that you're eating, and enhance them with also a slight bit of tart flavor, which opens up your taste buds. And then the tiny bit of sugar seals the deal. It's little things like that that take things to a Zen level. And that's what I'm all about. Zen mannerisms, Zen stance, Zen kitchen. We'll do more with photographs and everything, but I think this is a good enough introductory video. I don't think we need to really go further down the road of basic procedure. May you find health and happiness. May you eat well. This is totally healthy. There's not a bad thing in it as far as I can tell. To our collective health. Namaste.